quite simple. Who's done more in the 4 years of Donald Trump or the 4 years of Joe Biden?
Right now, Democrats push on for President Biden days after his shaky debate performance.
And we are tracking a comfortable start of your work week, but when that's going to change, we'll have those details coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. Just a gorgeous sunrise over the Capitol this morning. We're hoping that weather can stick around for your Monday. Meteorologist Savannah Brito has all the details in her first warn weather. I think you've got some good news for us, Savannah.
Yes, Leah, at least to start the work week out, good news for your Monday. Both the morning and afternoon going to shape up to be a nice day overall. We have mostly clear skies right now, so it's beautiful out there. Lower humidity, that's actually going to stick around, which is some good news, but we are going to see humidity levels rise as early as tomorrow. There's our temperatures, 54 currently in Madison. There are areas, though, that are only in the upper 40s, so it's kind of chilly out there. Might want a jacket, but you're not going to see any rain today. That changes along with our humidity levels like we just mentioned tomorrow. So today all day pretty much below 60 degrees. Dew point should range anywhere between the lower to mid 50s, but then they do climb and they don't really get below 60 degrees until we reach closer to next week, maybe early in the work week. But I think at least definitely Tuesday, Wednesday through the first half of the weekend, we're going to see dew points that are hovering about 65, maybe even getting close to 70 degrees. That'll be the case tomorrow night or tonight into tomorrow morning, and we could see some stronger storms out there. This is the severe weather outlook for tomorrow afternoon. We're looking at the evening and night. That's when those storms are set to track in. Maybe some damaging winds in there. Can't rule out one stray severe thunderstorm, but Leah, I think our better chance of severe weather that stays well southwest of us.
Okay, good to know. Savannah Brito, thank you very much. To our top story this morning, President Biden continues to campaign despite concerns on whether he's up for another 4 years. This, of course, after that shaky debate performance last week. Naomi Ruckham has the latest from the campaign trail.
President Biden departed South Jersey after a fundraiser this weekend on his way to Camp David. CBS News has learned he's had conversations there with family members who are urging him to stay in the race and keep fighting after his dismal debate performance. Some Democrats are also publicly voicing their support.
Joe Biden is not going to take himself out of this race, nor should he.
A new CBS News poll conducted after the debate shows 54% of Democratic registered voters say President Biden should be running for re-election, and 46% say he should not, a 10% shift compared to February. Of those who think he should not, the top reasons are age and decisions he might make in office. Some Republicans say the debate is proof the president is experiencing cognitive decline.
If you want to look at past performance to judge what's going to happen in the future, God help us all if Joe Biden gets reelected.
Another factor in the election is the pending Supreme Court decision expected later today on whether former President Donald Trump has immunity from criminal prosecution.
I think the president has immunity. It's not about whether he should pardon himself. It's about whether to be prosecuted in the first place for discharging his official duties.
As for fundraising after the debate, the Biden campaign says it has not impacted efforts, with $33 million raised since Thursday night. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
President Biden is still facing a lot of calls to step aside in the presidential race following Thursday's debate performance. Democratic Governor Tony Evers went on damage control for the president. He was joined by Maryland Governor Wes Moore. Evers had this to say on the race.
It's quite simple. Who's done more in the 4 years of Donald Trump or the 4 years of Joe Biden?
The campaign stop came just 2 days after the debate, where President Biden was seen stumbling through questions posed by the moderators. We're hearing from local pundits on the debate as well. On For the Record this weekend, our Will Keneally spoke with political analyst and former Republican strategist Brandon Scholes. He shared his thoughts from Thursday's performance by both Biden and Trump. Take a listen.
But a lot of people just say, okay, debate's over, they turned off and they went home. So they don't know whether what was said was true or false. Again, the Biden campaign will make much ado of it in the coming weeks, and you for sure will see tons of ads out there talking about what Trump said was true or not true. Trump's performance, though, he didn't lose his cool. He didn't really do anything stupid on stage. Both of them went after each other. Trump talked about his positions. 67% of the people that watched that debate said he did a great job.
Will Keneally also spoke with Maryland Governor Wes Moore, who you just saw campaigning with Governor Evers. Moore says any talk about replacing Biden on the ticket doesn't make sense.
We had a president who's talking about and who's working on things like increasing work and wages and wealth, having the lowest unemployment rate that we've seen in the African-American community ever recorded on history, that we've been able to raise wages and also create new pathways for wealth and home ownership and supports for small businesses and small Black-owned businesses that we've been able to see under the Biden-Harris administration. And then last night, we saw how Donald Trump was talking about how immigrants were taking Black jobs.
You can see the full interview and the rest of this week's edition on For the Record over at channel3000.com. To our other top headlines this morning, Madison firefighters are investigating the cause of a West Side fire early Sunday. It happened in the University Hill Farms neighborhood. Madison Fire says it responded shortly after 12:30 a.m. They had the fire out about half an hour later. No one was hurt. In a press release, MFD reports a neighbor called dispatch reporting smoke and flames coming from the back of the home. Damage to that house has left the resident who just moved in displaced. The cause, again, is still under investigation. It's 6:06 on your Monday. Savannah's keeping an eye on our first warn weather to start out the holiday week. Savannah, what can we expect?
Yeah, Leah, thank you. Good morning. Today looking good, but tomorrow we could be finally seeing some storms returning to the forecast. A couple different rounds. We'll time them out coming up.
And coming up in your morning sports, Andrew Banstra has you covered on all your Milwaukee Brewers highlights. That's when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning, brought to you by Toyota.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Corolla Cross for $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
No question, I want to spend these months at home with hospice care from A Grace, so I can be with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Hi, I'm Daryl from Little America.
Blake and his cousin Connor are here with their families from Madison today. What's your favorite ride? Connor's older sister, Cassie, told me her favorite is the go-karts. Mom loves that she can bring a picnic basket, and Dad enjoys miniature golf. There's fun for the whole family at Little America, where big fun is only a few miles away.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Finish your project with an 11% rebate on countertops from Menards. We carry everything you need to beautify your home's decor. Get laminate countertops starting at $29.98 after rebate. Add style and security to your home with Schlag lock sets with a variety of styles and finishes to choose from. This entry door lever is $49.99 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Peter Gottlieb with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. In the August 13th primary election, voters will pick their preferred Democratic or Republican candidates for the United States Congress and the Wisconsin State Legislature. The winners will be on the ballot in the November 5th general election, which will include votes for president and state and federal offices. Learn more at vote411.org.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. You're watching News 3 Now This Morning, Voted 2023 Best Morning Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
6:09. Drownings are a serious concern when it comes to the summer season. Consumer Reports explains it's critically important to follow basic safety precautions when you're in the water. Here's their report.
Drowning is the #1 leading cause of unintentional death for children ages 1 through 4. And the rate of drowning for Black children is more than twice as high as white children. Experts say that teaching children how to swim at an early age is one of the best ways to prevent drowning.
There are many free or reduced cost swimming classes for kids, and there's online water safety classes for parents or caregivers available from your local YMCA, Red Cross, or your local Parks and Rec department. These are life-saving skills.
Try to find a program that teaches water competency both with swimming and safety skills. Elsa Abramov enrolled her daughters in swimming lessons early on because they have a pool in their yard and live on the water.
You never know, kids are kids, like they can be playing, they can slip and fall into the water.
It's also important for adults to take water safety lessons, including CPR and basic first aid.
Whether you're in a pool, at a beach, or at a lake, designate a water watcher to watch your kids even when there's a lifeguard present. That should be their only task. They should not be reading, texting, playing games, or distracted by anything else.
Remember these rules. An adult should provide touch supervision, meaning they must be within arm's length of infants, toddlers, and children who aren't confident swimmers. Flotation devices are not a substitute for active supervision. Kids without strong swimming skills should wear a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket. And because nearly 70% of drownings among young children happen during non-swim times, all pools should have a fence and a gate that locks or latches automatically. This is Michelle Renee Quinn.
For more fun in the sun, make sure you and your kids are wearing sunscreen to protect you from skin cancer. You should be reapplying every 2 hours or after going in the water. 6:11 now. The second hurricane of the 2024 season is clocking in as a Category 3 storm this morning. The National Hurricane Center says Hurricane Beryl is continuing to rapidly intensify. Sustained winds are reaching speeds of nearly 115 miles an hour. This could push the storm into a Category 4. The eye is expected to hit the Caribbean today. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says it expects this year to be an extraordinary hurricane season. They're predicting up to 7 storms of Category 3 or higher. Elsewhere in the country, folks are dealing with life-threatening flooding. Albuquerque Fire Rescue helped multiple people trapped in stalled vehicles on flooded streets this weekend. A thunderstorm caused severe flash floods across New Mexico. Take a look at this video. You can see a bus stranded under that bridge there because of flood. Emergency crews trying to get it out of the water. Not the case for Wisconsin, although all summer long, really, Savannah, we've seen these severe storms. We have a couple in the extended forecast.
Yeah, we could see some stronger storms out there tomorrow afternoon, Leah, and then also potentially on the 4th of July. But speaking of flooding, we did see that across the area a couple times during the month of June. This is to recap because today is July 1st. 80.5 degrees, that's where we fell, at least at the Madison Airport in June 2024. That was about 2 degrees above average, very close to that, but rainfall, we exceeded totals. We actually went down as the top 6, one of those wettest Junes on record since they kept them. 8.82 inches, that's what we had. We almost had 9 inches or saw 9 inches of rain. Our average 5 and just over 1/4 of an inch. So we were well above that. More rain is in the forecast. Not for today though. Enjoy it while it does last. 49 in Verona, 54 in Madison, 52 in Stoughton, 51 in Deerfield. Temperatures all across Dane County and southern Wisconsin. Actually chilly out there this morning. We usually see the lower 60s on average for our nighttime temperatures early July, but temperatures all across the map, upper 40s, lower 50s. A few areas, mainly northwest of Madison, are a little bit cooler than that. Enjoy also the lower humidity levels. We're only going to see dew points rise into the about lower to mid 50s today. That changes tonight though. That's when they're going to climb and they're going to exceed even probably 65 degrees, get close to 70-degree dew points. So it is going to be very, very humid out there as early as tonight into tomorrow morning. And as you can see, that does look to extend even into our holiday weekend, or at least following the 4th of July. Southern Wisconsin could see a couple of stronger storms, not anticipating any widespread severe weather out there though. We're mainly looking at tomorrow evening and then the early nighttime hours. Best chance of severe weather, there is an enhanced risk. That's a 3 out of 5 for southern Iowa and northern Missouri. So that's kind of the bullseye on where severe weather chances are going to be. But winds, gusty, potentially damaging winds, that first and foremost is going to be our biggest threat tomorrow. Maybe some minor flooding, hail, and the tornado threat is ultimately low out there across southern Wisconsin. Some clouds increase by the afternoon. Temperatures are going to warm in the lower to mid 70s today. Cooler out there once we see the rain move in tomorrow, though. I don't think temperatures are going to drop directly west of Madison a lot, but we should be near normal for nighttime temperatures tonight. These storms should move in about 4 to 5 a.m. for areas west of Madison and then continue to track in. This is about 8, 9 in the morning, 7, 8, 9. That's when I do anticipate this to get a little bit more widespread or active. By 10:30, still tracking some isolated showers. By lunchtime, I think we calm down, but this is the main line of showers and storms that'll move in. This is 6 p.m. west of Madison, and then 7, 8, that should make its way here. I do think we could see trailing thunderstorms, though, so flooding would be a concern, and this is even the nighttime hours, mainly east of Madison at that point in time. Just something to watch for tomorrow, as we could see several rounds of showers and thunderstorms again. 77 tomorrow, that's our temperature that will rise to, and then temperatures warm even more. 84 Wednesday, calm midweek, but then we track another isolated chance of thunderstorms by the 4th of July, Leah.
It has been 270 days since Craig Counsell managed what would turn out to be his last game with the Brewers. And 270 days later, seeing him manage with the Cubs still feels just about as weird as anything that you could imagine. But the Crew, they've got the chance to send their old skipper back to Chicago with yet another series loss. And that's where Bryce Terang comes in. Bases juiced, and you know what the Brewers are going to do with that. A grand salami. It's Milwaukee's 5th grand slam in their last 8 games, the second team to ever do that. Even better, of Terang's 12 career homers, it's his 3rd grand slam. It just doesn't make a ton of sense, but that's Brewers baseball. Brewers win 7-1, and if you're confused how they just keep winning, Freddie Peralta's got your answer.
They didn't expect us to be where we are right now, but you know, we're the Brewers, and we've been doing this for like last 6 years, and we just try to compete outside, and we show, you know, other people around that we come out, we're hungry to play, and that's how we win games.
6-0. We stay on the baseball field, and after leading 6-0 yesterday, the Mallards dropped a heartbreaker yesterday. There are just 2 games left in their first half of their season, and the Ducks need to win both to clinch a first-half title and the automatic postseason berth that comes with it. It'll be a fun one tonight at the Duck Pond. Steve Stricker has come up just short in each of his last 2 U.S. Senior Opens with a pair of runner-up finishes. He tried to change that tune yesterday, entering the final round 2 strokes off the lead. We pick up the Edgerton legend on the 4th, where Stricker would look to catch that elusive birdie. He puts his putt right on the money, and it would be his only bird of the day. Gets it to drop, but the reason he only had 1, after 10 holes, rain forced them to wait till today to finish. Yesterday was postponed out. Stricker's got some ground to make up, though, trailing by 6 strokes with 8 to go. That's your morning sports fix. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you very much, Andrew. It is 6:18 as we get ready to celebrate the nation's freedom. The Star-Spangled Babies program is gifting new and expectant military families with baby supplies. CBS's Michael George caught up with some grateful service families and a big donor to the program.
Volunteers are helping Air Force Staff Sergeant Aaron Cordova and Lorena Calderon load up their car with baby supplies. The couple is expecting their first child together.
Definitely a big help. Even like the little bottles and little freebies that they're giving, I think that's helps a lot.
I think it shows a lot about how the community cares.
They were among 50 families at this Star-Spangled Baby Shower in Cookstown, New Jersey. It's through Operation Homefront.
We are a small but mighty team dedicated to serving military families like you guys.
More than a dozen showers across the country so far this year help relieve financial and logistical hurdles for hundreds of military families. Rebecca Schwarzenberger is an Army recruiter and now mom of 3.
Not a lot of military families can actually have baby showers because they're stationed in different locations and not near their family and friends.
Parents receive baskets of baby essentials, self-care goodie bags for mom, and among the bigger ticket items, cribs from Delta Children. President Joe Shammy says this year alone, his company will donate about $100,000 worth of products to military families, and they deserve it.
And if I can do the most littlest thing by providing them with a safe place for their children to sleep, it's a home run.
A small measure of thanks for the littlest ones involved in service. Michael George, CBS News, Cookstown, New Jersey.
6:20 now. Still ahead, a look at the trending stories of your Monday. And ahead in our next half hour, we'll tell you how to prepare for record-setting numbers when it comes to traveling this holiday season. Speaking of travel, a look at gas prices across Wisconsin and the country this morning. Stay with us. News 3 Now This Morning is back after this.
Susan Simon, News 3 Now at 4 and 5, weekdays moving forward.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this? It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row. You could win up to $100,000. So cool. Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay on direct deposits. So when you get invited to your 3rd destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom fit your new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm going to call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 60% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Welcome back. Let's take a peek at your morning. Our new reporter, Michelle Renee, snapped this photo this weekend while she was in Milwaukee.
It was so beautiful. She sent me it over the weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, send me more pictures. She sent me like a few of them.
We have some talented folks amongst our ranks snapping photos. Hey, if you want us to highlight your photos, make sure you use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll post them right here on the show. Do you have any pictures you want to share?
Probably, yeah, I should send them in.
Let's get on that.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay, to our trending story of the day. There's new premium seating for a minor league team in the Midwest. Take a look at this. The Lake County Captains in Ohio introduces row of toilet seats.
You want a ticket there?
I think I'm okay. They're right behind home plate for the record. So not too bad. The seats are $16 a piece. Each ticket holder in toilet row will also enjoy personalized attention from the dedicated bathroom attendant. They ensure that all your needs are met with mouthwash, combs, gum, everything to keep you fresh throughout the game.
And look at the back. There's like magazines and newspapers in there too.
It's a golden seat, let me tell you.
It sure is. Can't beat $16, I guess.
Not wishing for this to come to the Milwaukee Brewers.
No.
We can hard pass. Mallards, we don't need this kind of thing.
No, we don't.
All right, 6:25. Let's move right on into the forecast. You have a gorgeous day on deck.
I know, it's going to be beautiful today. Sunshine early. We will see a few clouds here and there through the day. So we have that, but lower humidity levels. Looking forward to that. So kind of a copy-paste pattern from yesterday. I just think we'll see a little bit more cloud cover and slightly warmer temperatures. But then we're up to 77 tomorrow. The humidity really going to be a factor again. Some scattered storms. Some of those could be stronger. We'll see a couple different rounds, morning round, and then potentially the evening round. That we'll have to watch. I don't anticipate widespread severe weather. Doesn't mean we can't see, a stray 1 or 2 severe thunderstorm warning get issued by the National Weather Service. Just something to monitor and keep an eye on. Wednesday, 84, and then Thursday for the 4th of July, 82 isolated storms afternoon and evening. But I'm just really hoping we see a lot of dry time because everyone's got plans on the 4th, right?
You were thinking the evening might be dry for us.
I think we could see some storms still during that point in time.
Wishful thinking.
But it looks like we could see some breaks beyond that, like once it gets dark, hopefully. So for fireworks and stuff.
I know, that's what we're hoping for.
I know, me too.
All right, Savannah, thank you very much. Stay with us, folks. Another half hour straight ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this 4th of July. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Sup? You need some windows?
Howdy. Oh, you need windows. Yes, you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
A ceiling fan from Madison Lighting? Easy as 1, 2, 3. Measure your room, talk with a fan expert and choose a fan sized for your room. Install. Save now. Madison Lighting makes it easy during the 1, 2, 3 fan sale.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machine. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Celebrate Independence Day with the Madison Nightmares. Head out to Warner Park on July 4th for exciting softball action and a spectacular fireworks display after the game. Get your tickets today. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Nightmares Softball.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Today, the sentencing of a man guilty of a hit and run. We have the details on the case and what he's facing. Plus, with holiday travel gearing up, how to make sure you reach your destination smoothly.
We're waking up to comfortable temperatures and dew points, but we'll talk about when that all will change.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. You're waking up to just a gorgeous day, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful temperatures expected too. Meteorologist Savannah Brito is going to tell us how long it's going to last before we see yet another storm, Savannah.
Yeah, Leah, we are tracking storms. That'll be the case as early as tomorrow, so everyone needs to just get outside this Monday, enjoy the beautiful weather. This morning, it's a little chilly, but besides the jacket that you might want, you're not going to need that later this afternoon. Temperatures are going to range from the lower to mid-70s after the upper 40s, lower 50s. We're waking up to 54 in Madison. So temperatures all across southern Wisconsin are a little chillier than what we usually see. On average, 62. That's our normal high for this time of year. So everyone's waking up to much cooler weather compared to that. Lower humidity levels, that sticks around for some time. Tonight into early tomorrow morning, that's when dew points are going to start to rise. So we're looking at a humid night, and then tracking even some scattered storms through the early morning hours of tomorrow. Potentially that second round that could bring us some stronger storms. We'll time that out coming up a little later. Leah?
Okay, Savannah, thank you very much. We appreciate you. To our top story this morning, police are investigating the case of two bodies found on a property in Adams County. Investigators say the bodies are those of 62-year-old Sharon Miller and her 37-year-old son, Jamie Lumby. Both are being investigated as suspicious deaths. They were found on their own property on Thursday. The Adams County Sheriff's Office and the Department of Justice are currently conducting interviews. Anyone with any information or who might have had recent contact with Sharon or Jamie, you should call the Adams County Sheriff's Office. That number is 608-339-3304. Happening today, a Madison man accused of killing a pedestrian in a hit-and-run crash last year faces his sentencing. 24-year-old Anthony Moore pleaded guilty to homicide by driving while using a controlled substance. It's from an incident in May of 2023. Police said he hit and killed 40-year-old Nicole McDougal at the intersection of Aberg Avenue and Shopko Drive. McDougal was pronounced dead at the scene. In the trial, prosecutors said McDougal was crossing the road with a walk signal flashing. Witnesses said he ran a red light and never braked before hitting her. Moore allegedly had trouble staying awake while officers questioned him. He told officers if they arrested him, he could experience a withdrawal from Percocet. His guilty plea came in April, nearly a year after that crash. It's 6:32 now. More than 70 million people are expected to drive or fly this 4th of July week. The travel rush has already begun, according to AAA. CBS's Naomi Ruckham explains how to avoid some travel headaches to get to your destination safely and on time.
Americans are celebrating Independence Day by getting out of town, as AAA expects record-setting crowds leading up to and after the 4th of July holiday.
Get to the airport early because so very many more people are traveling right now.
Close to 6 million people are expected to travel by air this week, up 7% from last 4th of July, causing even longer lines at the airport. This major holiday influx piles on top of an already slammed summer travel season. The TSA has been screening passengers in record numbers, with 6 of their busiest days in history happening just this June. Lower prices are also making air travel more accessible this season, with ticket prices that are about 18% lower than a year ago.
There were no empty seats on the aircraft.
No empty seats. Airplanes were full.
But the bulk of the holiday travel rush, nearly 90%, will arrive by car, with more than 60 million Americans expected to hit the roads. The busiest days will be Wednesday, July 3rd and Sunday, the 7th. AAA says gas prices have also dipped this year, with the national average just below $3.50 a gallon. But to avoid the rush, try to hit the road before or after 2 to 7 p.m., when congestion could clog the highways. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
It's not just the roads and skies. AAA says more than 4.6 million Americans are expected to find other modes of transportation this holiday, including buses, trains, and cruises. That's a 9% increase from last year, but it's still well below 2019's record. 11 people are recovering from injuries on a malfunctioning escalator at American Family Field in Milwaukee. The accident happened Saturday as fans were leaving AmFam Field after the Brewers game against the Cubs. The Brewers say the malfunction resulted in the escalator accelerating as it went downward. Witnesses say people started screaming and toppling over one another. A number of people were also trampled. They had to be taken to the hospital, but they are expected to be okay. Heads up Southwest Wisconsin, a first warned traffic update for you. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says a stretch of County Highway X is closed. It's between the red X marks on your screen. They didn't specify how long the closure will be in place, but it's because of rising floodwaters along the Mississippi River. You can see here the highway runs right along it. The Sheriff's Office urges drivers not to try and drive through floodwaters. 6:35, here's a live look at the White House, where President Biden is still in damage control after a shaky performance at the CNN presidential debate on Thursday. It's raising questions among voters and politicians, including within the Democratic Party, over the president's fitness for another 4 years. Those concerns are reflected in recent CBS News polling. An increased percentage of registered voters say President Biden doesn't have the mental and cognitive health to serve. That's compared to earlier in June. There's a similar trend over the question of whether Biden should even run. Looking specifically at Democratic registered voters, that shift is slightly larger. For this question, the change is with respect to polling done back in February. As for whether Biden should continue to run, Democratic registered voters are closer to split on that matter. From the U.S. election to that of France, where the far-right National Rally Party is poised to make significant gains in the French parliament. That's after the first day of voting is now in the books. Candidates in the National Rally claimed around a third of the vote nationwide. President Emmanuel Macron's centrist party came in third. In each race, any candidate who received a majority of the vote won outright. Otherwise, the top two will advance to a runoff to take place this Sunday. Now, regardless of the outcome here, Macron will still hold the presidency until 2027. To Israel now, where that country is on edge after violent protests of a new Supreme Court decision. Take a look here. The court ruled that ultra-Orthodox Jews can't be exempt from the country's mandatory military service. The violent protests saw stones thrown and fires set. Police had to use water cannons to try and disperse the crowd. Some politicians feel the Israel Defense Forces have enough members, while the IDF says it could use more. This, of course, comes amid Israel's war against Hamas. The IDF now targeting eastern Gaza City. They sent 4 tanks into the area. 2 Israeli soldiers and several Palestinians were killed in that move. Meanwhile, the humanitarian pier off the coast of Gaza has been plagued with problems. A month and a half after its installment, it's been functioning only 18 days. The amount of aid that's come in through the pier is what should flow in a single day in ideal conditions. Back stateside, Madison is soon to be the home for the new Center for Black Excellence in Culture. The developers are still in need of more funding, but they are making some progress. Some key names behind the project joined us on For the Record to talk about where we're seeing that financial support come from.
Our support is coming out of Green Bay, out of Milwaukee, not just Madison and Dane County, because this really is seen as something that benefits the entire black community. And so we know we're going to cross that line because we want to really focus on developing capacity, hiring staff, and getting programs ready to go when we open in fall of 2025.
We also learned more about the collaboration with UW-Madison. Take a listen.
We're also just excited about the prospect of bringing faculty to the community in a really genuine way. You know, I'm envisioning faculty spotlight nights. You know, the department is interdisciplinary. We have historians, we have literature specialists, we have sociologists, education specialists, artists.
The center will offer programming and performances aimed at all ages. You can catch the full edition of For the Record over on channel3000.com. It is 6:38 on your Monday. Coming up after the break, we're recapping the BET Awards. Who took home the Lifetime Achievement Award?
And we are tracking nice conditions at least to start our work week out, but that all changes as early as tomorrow. We'll time out your storm chances.
Don't miss the 45th Annual Art Fair off the Square, July 13th and 14th, located in downtown Madison between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center, showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople, featuring beautiful ceramics, art glass, painting and drawings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Buy local and support your Wisconsin artists and craftspeople, July 13th and 14th. The Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
It's 6 p.m. in Wisconsin, and you want to know what happened throughout the day. That's where News 3 Now at 6 comes in. Moving forward. While you're navigating your day, we're out in the community, uncovering the stories and finding the answers you're looking for. Local breaking news, in-depth reports, getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward. Weeknights. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. 6:42. If you're on the hunt for a job, you might consider part-time work. That's what more U.S. businesses are looking for. A recent analysis of millions of postings on the job site Indeed revealed the demand for full-time workers has been flat from January 2022 to May of this year. The level of part-time employment was up, though, 9% in the same time period. The industry is most likely to advertise part-time work right now: beauty and wellness, personal care and home health, and retail, along with food service. Well, we know keeping hydrated is important to staying healthy in the summer heat, and experts say water is still the best way to do that. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says if you're exercising or working in the heat, you should be drinking about 8 ounces of water every 15 to 20 minutes. Experts say it's best to stay away from alcohol, caffeinated drinks, and energy drinks. That's because they tend to dehydrate you. In California, a state law to combat the rise of spiked drinks is taking effect. The new law requires bars and nightclubs to offer test kits that detect common date rape drugs. The kits could include test strips, stickers, or even specially designed straws. It also requires businesses to post signs that the kits are available. The law, affecting nearly 2,500 bars, is now in effect as of 2 this morning. New names and familiar faces are among the winners of this year's BET Awards. They took place at the Peacock Theater in LA this weekend. The annual award show honors achievements in music, sport, television, and film. There were 13 musical performances featuring dozens of artists. This year's recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Usher. Rapper and producer Jermaine Dupri, who worked with Usher for years, reflects on their time together.
I mean, it's amazing because, you know, me and Usher have a relationship where we talk about a lot of things, and that's how our music is made, because we have so much conversation when we're making records. And on the My Way album, we talked about this moment, actually, him becoming that artist, that star that people really care about.
One of the many performances was a medley of his best songs. The Super Bowl halftime show performer also won Best Male R&B and Pop Artist. Usher joins Elite Company. Other winners of the BET Lifetime Achievement Award include Whitney Houston, Earth, Wind & Fire, and Lionel Richie. Elsewhere in the country, folks are dealing with life-threatening flooding. Albuquerque Fire Rescue helped multiple people trapped in stalled vehicles on flooded streets this weekend. A thunderstorm caused severe flash floods in New Mexico. Take a look at this video. You can see a bus stranded under the bridge because of flood and emergency crews. Because of the flood, emergency crews trying to help them get out of the water here. Bit of a scary sight. We have seen flash floods ourselves this season. Savannah Brito is here with your first warned weather. Luckily, no rain in the forecast for today, Savannah.
Yes, Leah. Just everyone needs to get outside. Enjoy Monday, the start of the work week. That all is set to change tomorrow. Rain going to return to the forecast for your Tuesday. 54 currently in Madison, 53 degrees in Oregon, 53 in Middleton, 49 though in Cross Plains. So some areas across Dane County and southern Wisconsin have fallen into those upper 40s. So it's actually kind of chilly out there this morning. 48 also in Waukesha, a little warmer. Janesville sitting at 52 degrees out there. We usually see about 62. That's our average nighttime temperature. So we're well below that this morning, but that'll change tonight. We should be near normal out there for your Monday night, and your start of Tuesday morning also could be active out there. So low humidity levels, dew points are going to be under 60 degrees. So we're not going to be seeing high humidity levels until tonight into tomorrow morning. That's when they really rise. We could be looking at close to 70-degree dew points. So it'll be very humid out there once we get into tomorrow morning. And that's also when we're tracking storms to return to the forecast. All across southern Wisconsin, at least for the most part, Watertown, and then westward, those areas could see a chance of stronger storms. I don't think we're going to be seeing or dealing with widespread severe weather here locally tomorrow. That's a different story southwest of Platteville, southwest of Dubuque, Iowa. I think the best chance overall is going to be southern Iowa and northern Missouri. Those areas are an enhanced risk. That's a 3 out of 5. But locally, gusty winds, that first and foremost will be something we have to watch for. Maybe some minor flooding, hail, and tornado threats overall low. So we'll time out the storms when those are going to impact you. I think we're dry today. Some clouds move in for the afternoon, but then storms, those are going to roll in tomorrow morning between about 4 or 5 a.m. west of Madison. Those track into Madison by the time we're heading into 7, 8 a.m. Lingering showers and storms, though, through the late morning into the early afternoon, and then that main line that could pose some stronger storms that moves in later. 6 p.m. for areas west of Madison, traveling eastward then by about 7, 8, 8:30 for Madison, and then yes, the overnight hours or early nighttime hours, I should say. This is pushing about 11:30 into midnight and then clearing out behind that. So Wednesday midweek, we do have more dry time, but then an isolated thunderstorm threat returns to the forecast, unfortunately, for the 4th of July holiday. Temperatures and humidity, those will rise also Wednesday and Thursday. 78 though, so we'll be down a little bit heading into this upcoming weekend. Upper 70s, Leah.
All right, Savannah, thank you very much. 6:47, as we get ready to celebrate the nation's freedom, the Star-Spangled Babies program is gifting new and expectant military families with baby supplies. CBS's Michael George caught up with some grateful service families and a big donor to the program.
Volunteers are helping Air Force Staff Sergeant Aaron Cordova and Lorena Calderon load up their car with baby supplies. The couple is expecting their first child together.
Definitely a big help, even like the little bottles and little freebies that they're giving. I think that's helps a lot.
I think it shows a lot about how the community cares.
They were among 50 families at this Star-Spangled Baby Shower in Cookstown, New Jersey. It's through Operation Homefront.
We are a small but mighty team dedicated to serving military families like you guys.
More than a dozen showers across the country so far this year help relieve financial and logistical hurdles for hundreds of military families. Rebecca Schwarzenberger is an Army recruiter and now mom of 3.
Not a lot of military families can actually have baby showers because they're stationed in different locations and not near their family and friends.
Parents receive baskets of baby essentials, self-care goodie bags for mom, and among the bigger ticket items, cribs from Delta Children. President Joe Shammy says this year alone, his company will donate about $100,000 worth of products to military families, and they deserve it.
And if I can do the most littlest thing by providing them with a safe place for their children to sleep, it's a home run.
A small measure of thanks for the littlest ones involved in service. Michael George, CBS News, Cookstown, New Jersey.
If you're looking for another uplifting way to start your Monday, CBS Mornings has you covered. David Begnaud introduces us to a man who has something nice to say to everyone who drives by in the morning. It's part of the Begnaud's America series. David shows us what made the successful businessman give it all up in exchange for making people feel good. That's up ahead on CBS Mornings. Okay, it's 6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, what long-term loneliness could do to your health. That and the day's other top headlines. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can share their picture on TV and celebrate their birthday with them. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. We're back after this.
Need help with a consumer issue? Contact News 3 Now's Call for Action.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. For every $60 you spend, that's a 40-cent fuel saver. For every $60, Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Performances begin July 9th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now, get an F-150 with 1.9% APR for 36 months, plus 500 retail bonus cash, plus 1,000 retail trade assist.
I've heard AI is so easy to use, I had to give it a try for Stanton Optical's newest deal. Create a commercial selling one pair of glasses for $59. Hey, I said a pair of glasses, not a pair wearing glasses. Better, but it needs to pop more. Pop more, not popcorn. Forget it. Maybe using AI to make an ad wasn't my best idea, but you can get the best deal on glasses right now. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years' experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 60% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know. Part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. For every $60 you spend, that's a 40-cent fuel saver. For every $60, Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Say hello to TDS.
6:53, time for the morning sprint. Today, the Madison man accused of killing a pedestrian in a hit-and-run crash last year will learn his fate. 24-year-old Anthony Moore pleaded guilty to homicide by driving while using a controlled substance. He's convicted of hitting a pedestrian at the intersection of Aberg Avenue and Shopko Drive in May of 2023. His sentencing is just before 9 this morning. Officials confirmed the discovery of 2 bodies on a property in Adams County. Investigators say the bodies are those of 62-year-old Sharon Miller and her 37-year-old son, Jamie Lumby. Both are being investigated as suspicious deaths. Anyone with information is asked to call the Adams County Sheriff's Office. Madison firefighters are investigating the cause of a West Side fire early Sunday. No injuries were reported here. MFD says they responded shortly after 12:30 a.m. They were able to extinguish it about half an hour later. No one was home at the time of the fire. Damage to the home, though, has left the resident who just moved in out of the building. The National Hurricane Center reports Hurricane Beryl is continuing to rapidly intensify. It's the second hurricane of the 2024 season, and it's clocking in as a Category 3. Maximum winds are reaching speeds of near 115 miles an hour. This could push the storm to a Category 4. The eye is expected to hit the Caribbean today. In France, the far-right National Rally Party is poised to make significant gains or even claim a majority in parliament. That's after the first day of voting in the elections. Candidates in the National Rally claimed around a third of the vote nationwide. Races in which no candidate received a majority of the vote will proceed to a runoff next week. Israel is on edge after violent protests of a new Supreme Court decision. The court ruled that ultra-Orthodox Jews can't be exempt from the country's mandatory military service. The violent protests saw stones thrown and fires set. Police had to use water cannons to try and disperse the crowd. This comes amid Israel's war against Hamas. If you're looking to combat loneliness, those efforts could be good for your physical health, too. Chronic loneliness may increase the risk of stroke for adults over 50 years old. A study by Harvard researchers found older adults who considered themselves lonely throughout a 4-year period had a 56% higher stroke risk. Hey, if you're on the hunt for a job, you might consider some part-time work. More U.S. businesses are looking for part-timers. A recent analysis revealed the demand for full-time workers has been flat since January 2022. The level of part-time employment was up nearly 9% in that same time period. Experts confirm water is still the best thing for you in the summer months. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says if you're exercising or working in the heat, you should be drinking 8 ounces of water every 15 minutes. Experts say the best way to stay hydrated, stay away from alcohol, caffeinated drinks, and energy drinks so they don't get you dehydrated.
And temperatures, they will range in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow after a cooler day again today. Kind of a copy and paste pattern from what we had yesterday. Low humidity, some sunshine, but we'll see afternoon clouds move in. 77 then tomorrow. We're up to 84 Wednesday. Could see some stronger storms out there tomorrow afternoon, evening, and nighttime. And then we are unfortunately tracking some isolated showers and storms for the 4th of July.
We'll keep an eye on that. Savannah, thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Have a great Monday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.